Yes, this is the Rastafari Samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message nationwide scene. We are here with Shawn, Myrie. You know what I'm saying? But we got a special guest here today. Another podcast today. You know what I mean? That Shit Heavy Podcast. Another set of brothers. You know what I mean? Doing it hard. You know what I mean? Straight up. How does it feel, brothers? You know what I mean? How does it feel tonight? How do you guys feel tonight, brother?
Man, I feel great, man. We both feel great. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Hey, listen.
No, man. You guys are from the USA. Yeah, man. My brother be watching you guys for a minute and all of that. Be telling me about you guys and everything, you know, right? You guys been like, I haven't really tuned in as yet, but you know what I mean. But I'm sure you guys probably seen what we've been about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
So it's sort of like we want to be heard, and we know that other people want to be heard. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Right.
That's for sure.
I was gonna ask you, like, what made you guys get like, you know, interested, like in the podcast, podcasting.
In fact, how long you guys been doing it? And then let's get with both those questions right there.
Oh, all right, hold on. Let me break it down. For one,
yeah,
we on 3 years, but we was actually 2 years doing the audio. As far as like we was doing it off of like an iPad, you know? Like,
all right,
it's crazy, like off of iPad. So, but it's so crazy because my bro, we at work, we get off of work. I pull up and say, bro, I gotta tell you something. I'm like, all right, so I drive. Boom. I pull up. He's like, look, man, you about to start a podcast. I said, man, stop playing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, start a podcast. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gillian Wallow. You know what I'm saying? Me and Dollar with the game. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully one day we can come up there. You know what I mean? Pull up in Philly, whatever.
Yep.
But listen, but yeah, man, we 2 years doing the audio. We had it on Spotify, iHeartRadio.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We got some throwback joints for y'all, man.
Okay.
That wasn't enough.
But you could hear from what we have with the mic through the iPad. You know what I'm saying?
That's good stuff.
A whole nother way. Yeah.
No wonder my brother recognized you guys, man, because like one gets to know one who, you know what I mean? Because we're intrigued by doing the same thing. You know what I mean? From here. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I'm intrigued when another set of brothers are doing it. You know what I mean?
And I like how they started, though. You know what I like? Yeah. They weren't bandwagonists. They started doing the audios. That's the definition of a podcast. Yes. And then they done the videos. You know so they weren't jumping on like all these other a lot of people I see, I have a podcast and they just have videos. That's how they
brother said right there. You see what my brother said right there? A lot of people get it confused. They think that a webcast is a podcast. You get what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. We do both. You get what I mean? But we started off doing the webcast. But he said it. This is a podcast first, so I go, all right, you're going to be taking the audios from and go, yeah, all right then. Yeah. So we are a podcast. Then after next thing you know it, I'm watching other peeps and I'm like, okay, do they have like other podcast shows? Some of them do and some of them don't. So I'm like,
a big percentage started to forget about, they just use the name like it's a brand, like a popularity, and they don't have, when I'm looking on Spotify or Apple, I can't find them. All I just see is like a YouTube video. There's no audio, nothing.
See how we wanted to bring it is how like how the albums used to be in the 90s and in the 80s era, where you see where you could go see down, like if you open a CD up and you look down all that and see all that songs and stuff like that, like the joy of buying the CD or a cassette tape and reading the credits and stuff inside the tape and the CD. That's how we wanted to bring it.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
That's like trapping in the 90s, baby.
It's true.
Yeah, right, yo.
It's true.
We gotta beat on some doors, man. That's what we trying to do. We trying to beat on some doors, man. I know times get difficult, but you know.
So how the name came? How you guys come up with the name?
That Shit Heavy Podcast. Yeah, man. How'd that come up?
Go ahead. I'm gonna let Lord Steph, because he the one. Hold on. Let me say this. Hold on. I want to say this. Shout out to King Mar, man. He ain't one of our other brother. Yeah, he supposed he supposed to be here too. But
all right.
But I'm gonna let Lord. Go ahead. You got it.
I don't know how we came up with that name. I think we went through like 30 different names.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. because I think, like I said, we got the old Spotify pictures and stuff, and I think it was like That Shit Heavy Talk. And we was like, nah. He was like, nah. He was like, yo, nah, bro, we gonna go That Shit Heavy Podcast. Because you know, when you talk your slang in the street, most people say, damn, man, that shit heavy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like a deep conversation when you're talking to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do say that.
People, you know what I mean?
It's true, they do say that. That shit is heavy.
Yeah, that shit heavy, Pat. That shit heavy.
So it had to grow on you guys then. You're pretty much saying.
Did it grow on us?
Yeah, it grew. It grew.
Yeah, man. See, now it's just like a part of us now. You know what I mean?
I feel like we about to be the Jacksons, man.
Yeah, boy.
But you know what? You know what I like? I'm gonna ask this question because I was gonna ask it later, but because you guys are brothers and we're brothers, that's like our energy. That's why we probably linked. That's why we link, because we're brothers, both brothers, right? So how is it for you? Like, I know you probably have similarities like us. Like, isn't it like different that you guys could connect on certain topics what people can't connect on because they'll disagree or they'll be? We could do that. We have the power.
A
lot of people can't do that.
In fact, people love it that when we're having like a certain conversation and we don't really agree, like no yes man kind of shit. Like I got my opinion, he has his, and sometimes people think we're arguing and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo.
Yeah, but we're not arguing though. We just having fun.
Yeah, we're just having fun. But sometimes you gotta agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
But that's the content.
Yep, exactly.
But that's the content. You can't be agreeing with everything.
It's real. It's authentic. That's what I'm getting down to. It's authentic.
But look, when you behind that mic, you got it. Because when anybody up on that mic, that's when everything come out.
Yeah.
Everything.
I know him.
Hey, you might sugarcoat.
That's right.
But when you behind that mic, shit, the lights on, baby.
Well, not only that. I'm sure, I don't know if my brother's seen it, but certain individuals I had, like, because we took it on the road, right? Sometimes, right?
Right.
And I have certain individuals that be like, oh, I don't know what to say. I'm like, yeah? I go, really? Don't worry, I have this. Next thing you know, you're gonna be talking more than I am. And they're like, really? Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm asking certain questions. They're like, wait a minute, but I thought you didn't have nothing to say. All of a sudden, they're chatting away, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna ask who's
about
older?
bringing out the conversation out of them.
You see the energy. Who's older? I have a feeling. Who's older?
Yeah.
He's older? Holy shit!
He don't even look like it, don't he?
I'm about 10 years older. I'm almost 10 years older than him.
I don't even look like it, man. Listen. We more brothers, man. Listen. It's more
shit,
than just
there's
that.
4 of you?
Yeah, I mean, no. I'm just saying, our family, us McLeods, you know what I'm saying? We all look alike and all those play sports, basketball, anything. Pretty much you name it. Hey, I'm just saying, shit get real on that court, though.
So wait, the hat where you were in you're wearing a Philadelphia. Is it a Philadelphia Eagles you're wearing right
Yeah, throwback, baby. Hey, shout out to Philly, man. Listen. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. I'm a diehard fan. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
Yo,
what
wait
a
minute.
coincidence.
You said your last name's McLeod?
Yeah.
McLeod.
Yo, man, when I think of that last name, I think of the Highlander, brother. Yo, man, you guys are the Highlander, bro.
From the clan of the McLeod.
Listen, I get it. I get it a lot, bro. I get it a lot. It was like, McLeod, I never heard of that name. I was like, yeah, because I'm different.
But what a coincidence, because it's like us too. We're M's. We're Myries.
Yeah, we're Myries.
Myrie. Okay. Yeah, man. Myries and McLeods, man. Oh, man. Hey, yo. Oh, man, that ought to be crazy, right?
And he's wearing the Blue Jays hat. What a coincidence. He's wearing another team right now, right? You're wearing the Blue Jays.
He a nut ass nigga. He got a New York Giants sitting on, man. What's wrong with him?
I got the Jays throwback right here, brother.
The Blue Jays throwback. That's what you got.
Oh yeah, I like that. That joint. All leather joint. Oh, okay. I know you dropped 40.
All leather, brother. Full back.
Oh man, throwback. I know that joint about 40.
How long y'all been doing y'all podcast?
Yeah,
like almost 4 years ago. It feels like almost 4 years, yo. About the same time. Yeah.
Do you remember y'all first episode?
Yeah, I remember the first episode. Exactly the first episode.
We had in fact we had two. Well, the first one was he wasn't even an artist. It was like fashion. Two fashion brands. Two fashion brands who are affiliated with the culture down here. That's who our two first guests were.
And you know the funny thing, before that, we used to just like do the same thing, like we call it reasoning down here. Like we'd talk with our pops and like, you know, other
Like,
you know,
be
our
coming around,
friends.
chatting and
We
all
would
that.
do similar shit too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just wasn't recorded. Imagine if we had some of those
But
recordings.
now we are.
Yeah,
Now
we got some throwback joints, man. We remember my first one was State of Hip Hop.
It was.
Yep, State of Hip Hop, bro.
State of Hip Hop was our first episode.
And we still got some of that on our
like
doc files. Yeah, State of Hip Hop.
We got tired of the rap.
Yeah, we got tired of the rap.
We got tired of the rap.
I like that one. See,
Yeah,
people should check that out.
Yeah, yeah, we got. I'm gonna look through it, and then we did gender roles, man. We did sex and the art of making love. You know what I'm saying? The shit was crazy.
You gotta do different shit.
Y'all gotta hear that shit, man. It's a throwback, but
you gotta be versatile. I'm a fan, man. Trust me. I like content.
And right now we're being versatile because like we don't only talk to artists, we talk to entrepreneurs, and I've been saying to my brother, we need to get podcasters on our thing next. Yeah, we need to start the federation now. You know what I mean? Straight up. Yeah. Federation of podcasts.
We trying to be the mob, man.
Yeah,
man.
Because,
we trying to be the mob.
Because on the real, because I was telling my brother, on the real, I want to start like a bit of a series. You know what I mean? Like, you see how we have you on here? Yeah. Now, like, say for instance, we'll have a guest on for a bit, and I'm like, we have some other podcasts gonna be coming on with you know, and let's do a conference kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm hoping vice versa. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
Because me and my brother try to talk to like pure like artists who are doing consistency. You know what I mean? Like,
or anybody who's doing something. Or anybody,
you know what I mean? As long as they're consistent and they're passionate about their craft, we're interested. But if they're if they're only a once in a while kind of thing, it's like, no, bro, we can't deal with that. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro, you know what, bro? It's about to be a major power shift coming soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when we should do that, John.
Well, you see my brother. You met my brother now. You see the energy where it's.
Yeah. I already know.
It's about to be a power shift. I don't know when, but I'm sure it's about to be a power shift in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, man.
That's when we need to bring the federation together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Unity is the possibility to.
You're right. I like that name too, the Federation, man. We'll add some
Federation, brother.
Mm-hmm. We need to bring a federation together.
Because on the real, you know why I'm saying this? Because on the real, they're trying to lock us down from freedom of speech and all them things. That straight up.
They got the UN. We gonna have a federation.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Let's make that happen, bro.
I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you feel about the current state of hip hop? Like, since you guys came out with like hip hop theme, like episodes, one of your first. What do you think about the current state of hip hop and the 50 years? The anniversary too. Yeah. Added to that.
I'm gonna just let them young boys do what they gotta do.
Shout out to the young boys making money.
Ain't nothing that I can really speak on no more. They already talked about it. They already spoke on it.
First, I was a bit of old head, bro.
I'm gonna let it happen.
First, I was a bit of old head, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These kids feeding their families. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Now,
it's true.
I don't agree with certain music, like the violence and stuff like that, because, I was listening to some shit that we listened to
back in the day. Yeah.
Like Snoop Dogg's first album was wild.
Yeah.
I have the CD still.
Doggy style. Shout out to Snoop.
Bro, and we was like 12 and 11 listening to that joint. You know what I mean? So we can't hate on what these young boys talking about.
That's true.
Because Too Short was talking about the same thing too.
And he don't. Oh my God.
I'm not gonna be a bit of old head no more.
Speaking of Too Short, man, I was just going through a Too Short phase for a little bit the other day.
Oh man. Short Dog. Oh man. The whole collection.
Yes, collection.
And shout out to Short Dog. He made it an art to say bitch.
Yeah.
He's original.
He's the only OG that can call a female a bitch.
And she
and she with it.
He's a pioneer. People don't give him as much respect, and he said that.
Hey, listen, this guy got 1 million albums. He been rapping since the 80s, bro.
And almost every album he be saying, this is the last album. I'm gonna retire.
But guess what? You guys know, people will. I don't know if people are gonna come at me for this, but he's the one who kind of energized the South. he's the one responsible for Little John.
Oh yeah, Too Short. Yeah, shout out to Too Short E40.
Yeah.
And who's Lil John? Well, who do we look on Lil John as? One of the guys who started to energize Atlanta.
Hey, and that shit, listen, but the shit get real with Lil John. I don't been to some parties and shit get real.
Yeah, they lose their mind when Lil John come on.
Saying,
but Too Short's behind that. But Too Short's behind a lot of that.
And
he left LA.
Yeah, and Pastor Troy. Shout out to Pastor Troy.
Yeah, Pastor Troy. So they left where they left their places and they implanted themselves in Atlanta. A lot of people don't know that. Like I know for what rock. You remember when you were working at the music store, right?
Yeah.
When he came out with that album with the cats, you know, the ladies with all the cats on the, you know, the album. Shit.
Yeah.
He was in Atlanta. He was in Atlanta that time, living for a while. He was there for a while, and he influenced a lot of those guys with the pimp shit.
The crunk,
the crunk. I know there's Outkast there, but he came there. I'm just saying.
But when Outkast, hey, listen,
Outkast is one of my favorite groups.
Yeah,
Andre took it to another. Hey, listen, he took it to another level, bro.
Damn right.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I put Andre in my top 5.
I put Andre
in my top 5.
I'm talking about my top 5.
I don't think nobody nicer than Dre, man. I'm telling you, man. Dre crazy.
They look over him.
Everybody look over him and say Big and Jay-Z and Pac.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Nas and Andre 3000, man.
Yeah.
You're right, because Andre 3000, even though he was in a group, he was out from 93, man. At least 92, 93 probably. Remember Southern Playalistic?
91. 91.
So he's as good as Nas then. He's right there with Nas in those.
Trust me.
He right there
you know how I know? Because I have that CD somewhere too.
One for the money, yes sir. Two for the show. A couple of years ago on head, but now the low. Well, the start up. Something good. Me and my niggas rolled them hard up through the hood. Trying to find that hook up. The everyday we look up at the ceiling. Shout out to Outkast. That's my dog.
Hey, Equipment on my joint too.
Yeah, they are pure hits.
My favorite album with them, I actually met them when they came down here. Is 18 Aliens.
For real,
and I have a poster signed with them 18 Aliens.
Oh man, bro. Hey, that's my favorite album too, bro.
And I have that
so much
CD
weed off the album, bro.
I know, yeah.
That album up to this day is ill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of his favorites. That's one of his favorites.
Hey, Jezebel, my joint, bro.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Jezebel. Oh yeah, Jezebel. Yeah.
Jezebel, my joint. Lil Wayne tried to
do
that song.
Hey, but listen though, Atlanta been running some shit back in the day though, for real.
Yeah.
They've been running the music for a long. They've been on the real. You see what
from Chris Cross.
Shout out to the A.
I have to say this with the South during that East Coast, West Coast.
That's all some politics. That's industry
during that politics bullshit. I would have to say the South crept. They crept during that time and took over. You know
why?
I mean?
You want to kind of know why though? The West Coast and the East Coast was meeting up in the South. If you look at the Brat, right, and Jermaine Dupri, they used to have parties, and who would be there? Puff Daddy, right? Some guys from New York, and then some West Coast guys. You get? I mean, they're more in the background. The West Coast guys.
Hey, Puff be everywhere, don't he?
But like Atlanta was, if you watch some of those old videos, especially there's a video what shows you that with the Brat, Biggie, and a whole bunch of rappers, and it's the East and some West Coast with the South. From that time, the Brat was from Atlanta. People didn't look on the Brat unless you really knew. She's from Atlanta. Chris Cross was from Atlanta, and there was a couple others from Atlanta. Chris Cross from Atlanta.
Cross from Ohio. They're from Ohio.
Is it from Ohio?
Cross is from Ohio.
But they lived. They must have moved there then. They moved to Atlanta.
And I think the
Immature was too, right? Immature was too, right?
And the Brat from Chicago.
Yeah, the Brat from
Chicago. But they implanted themselves in Atlanta. That's what it is. That's
the Brat was from Chicago though.
But Immature, hold on. Hey, Immature was too?
They're from Houston.
They're from Houston.
I was always saying they were from Atlanta. I ain't gonna
No, they implanted themselves there. They came there young
because in Atlanta, right?
Because LA LA Reid was part of the LaFace with Babyface. So they had all these artists come from Houston. Yeah. They probably got Brad. They got Chris Cross. That's what happened.
Most def.
They all went to the South and took over.
Yeah, they ran. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's the South been running, Florida too. Shout out to Florida.
What's the music? What's the music scene? Like, is the music in Canada like far as like the underground hip hop?
See, I was waiting for this.
Let me hear what you got to say. What are you saying?
Listen,
ask the question.
Are y'all hearing stuff that we not hearing? That's what I'm saying.
Are we hearing stuff what you're not hearing?
Yeah. We're hearing a lot of stuff. Yeah. We hear a lot of stuff.
Like the underground hip hop.
Yeah. Tons of stuff. Tons of stuff.
Man.
Tons of
library stuff. Libraries of things.
We need to get some of that here.
But the thing is, check this out though. Vice versa. That's the question. That's the question.
Music. I mean, the music down here. And here in Virginia, there's some artists down here in Virginia.
No. My question is, what artists in Toronto, Canada, do you know in the underground?
Oh, let me think, bro.
That's the question.
I gotta think, bro.
Nope,
I don't know none, bro. I'm gonna keep it real.
I like that you said that. At least I like what you said because it proves a point to us how people market themselves here. That proves our point.
That's right.
That proves our point how people market themselves here.
We're just not faking the funk with our own peeps here. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, they lack a lot of marketing here. You know what I mean?
Oh, word.
I could probably find out someone from VA more. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like even vets like Mad Skills. Right? He's from what? VA? Is he from VA? Yeah. Chris Brown. Isn't he from there? Or who else? There's a couple more.
Trey Songz.
See, not them type of artists, bro. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like
underground,
man.
Oh yeah, we got tons of that.
That's what they need to hear here. Because I'm sure, you know what I mean? If we think the underground dope is here, what about the underground, like the underground hip hop around the world? You know what I mean?
Yeah, here has tons. I have to admit, even though there's like a lot of stuff what's trying to copy like a certain style, there's a lot. There is a ton, man. So much we don't even know all of them. I admit.
Exactly.
So
we don't even know all of them.
Sound like Drake?
No. There was some people, but they can't attempt it. They can't attempt it. It's not they're not that versatile. They're not as versatile to do that. To sing as good as him and then rap.
Do both? Both?
What, something like Drake? What about Tory?
No, still he's versatile too because his voice is different. When
Tory
he sings,
nice,
hey, shout out to Tory, man. Free Tory.
Yeah,
free Tory, man.
A lot of things are happening. Man. A lot of things are unraveling now. He got a good lawyer. That's all I gotta say. Look that up. A lot of things are unraveling.
Put
it this way.
Oh man.
Yeah. So DNA put it that way is gonna help.
Tory, man.
Tory, man, we need you home, bro.
Hey, Tory, if you see this, man, come.
We need you home, bro.
We
with you.
Man. Come on the show. We need you on the show, Tory. We
with you, bro.
Hey, look, come on the show, Tory.
We with you. We know you didn't do that shit.
Come on the show, Tory.
We with you.
Yeah. Bless up,
Free
Tory, man.
Yeah,
Free Tory, man. Yeah, there's a lot of different styles down here. I have to admit, like, there's people who they sound like what we know as here, and then there's people like they sound like maybe they're trying to sound to me like someone from the South. You get what I mean? Like the slang, how they rap. But it's a mixture probably of here. If you guys hear it, you'll probably hear a different probably accent, but similar style, you know, like flows. You get what I mean?
Everybody sound like they from the South now.
Yeah, everybody. That's what it is. You're right. You got it on point. Everybody sounds like
that's what Now that's what we was talking about in the state of hip hop. Everybody sounding the same. Do something different, somebody, please.
And you know what? I'm glad that you brought that up because you see, when I was younger, when I fell in love with hip hop, right? I had variety. You know what I'm saying? Variety, man. And I was a critic because my brother knows that I did work at more than one CD music store. So I was exposed to a lot of the underground hip hop. What peeps here were only listening to the mainstream, and then like, okay, you guys listening to that? What's on the radio?
What's your favorite underground artist?
Underground?
I know what you're gonna say. I have a feeling. What? No, just favorite underground. What's your
My
favorite?
favorite underground artist is from New York, man.
I have a feeling who you're gonna say.
And he's one of my favorite MCs, underground MCs, old school MC, and that's Buckshot.
I knew it.
Hey, bro, hold on. Hey, bro, let me say this. To the week, what we do, buck 'em down, world life, each and every individual win sight. Come on. Let my man stop.
Right. That's right, man.
Buck 'em down.
That's right. The whole, bless up to the whole boot camp clique, man.
Yo,
you know what
shout out, and rest in peace, Shawn Price, bro. We
yeah,
love
man.
All right, and Shawn Price be snapping too,
hey,
man.
Bro.
Listen.
Ask bro, yo, I bang boot camp. Buckshot. That's all the time.
Hey, shout out my pops too, man, cause he be burnt. Hey, yo, he be snap. Hey, listen, that's his job, man. He got
man.
He got his routine. Shout out to D.
My crew walking streets at night, like looking for the right
one.
He knows it. He knows it.
He helped us.
Right one.
You know what I mean? The whole nine shebang, man.
That's our soundtrack too, man.
And on the real, I was listening to them before Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
Me too, bro.
Straight up.
Me too. I was listening to Boot Camp. I was listening to Black Moon before Wu-Tang, man.
Yeah, man.
I ain't saw Mobb Deep till like the early 90s.
And Mobb Deep at the same time. That's another group. Oh, yeah. That's another group.
Yeah, Mobb Deep, man. Hey, listen.
R.I.P.
I'm
to
a Mobb Deep head, bro.
R.I.P.
I'm a Mobb Deep head.
Yeah, man.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Man, damn, man. Proud of you. Yeah.
And another one, he's not from New York, but he has the respect in New York, okay? And he was a part of, Gangstar, and that's Guru.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Straight up.
I thought Guru was from New York.
No, man, he's from Boston.
Oh, yeah, that's right, from Boston.
Yeah, he's from Boston. Some implants. Even Premier is from Texas.
Yeah, Premier's from Texas. Yeah.
He's really from Texas.
Yep.
Damn.
From Texas.
I never knew that.
Hey, but you know who running the generation of that type of rap now?
Who?
Griselda.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah!
Shout out to Benny the Butcher.
You know what, man? I'm glad you brought that
shout
up.
Shout out to Conway. Shout out to 38 Best. Shout out the whole.
It goes back to earlier what your brother was saying about something about hip hop, and I was like saying, finally, I said, finally some youths them coming up with a old school, new school swag, man. I'm like, finally. You know what I mean?
There's some vets though.
There's some vets. I listen to them dudes every day, bro. Every day I listen to them dudes. 38,
Conway,
all of them, bro. If they come with that beat snapping, and 38 will go in. Oh my God, and they be snapping, yo. Shout out to the whole Griselda, man. I'm telling you, man.
Shout out to Big Trust, man.
Trust.
The one what boggles me the most, what sounded like the little kid, man.
So I'm gonna take you down to earth even more now. Like, how's the politics going on now? Because like I'm hearing about Biden and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, do people like Biden? Do people like Biden even though he's like was the vice, I think, of Obama, right? He was the vice.
Well,
president.
my thing is, let me get. I'm gonna say my thing. I don't really give I don't really give a shit about the white folks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I hope I ain't saying nothing to fuck. You know what I mean?
No. This is real. You guys know, you gotta be down to earth, real, no filter, down to earth.
We not going to argue. Like, I'm sick of black folks. They argue over other white folks' business.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, certain stuff that we ain't got nothing to do with. You know what I mean? We ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They got that thing. We supposed to have our thing.
Right.
We messed up by not building our own thing.
Right.
So now, you know what I mean? We got to live in these conditions because we're afraid to unite and build our own thing up. That's why they got rid of Marcus Garvey.
Yep, you're right. Exactly. You're on the tip. Exactly what we're on. Yeah.
So if they would have kept Garvey here, like if he would have fulfilled what he came to do, it'd have been a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But
because
black,
there's nothing.
I think things would change with women though. I think things would change. Like Marcus Garvey had an army full of women, right?
Yeah.
I think if this was this generation, just like Bro said, it could be different.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit more disciplined and straight up.
Right.
There's nothing wrong to say that we want our own shit because everybody got their own shit. Why is it black people have to share everything? No, be straight up, man. This down to earth. Okay, the segregation is a bad word, right? But if you check out segregation times, black people were more independent. They had to rely on themselves. That's why they had Black Wall Street. That's why they had all these places of wealth for black people in America. And then guess what happened to them? Someone bombed them, someone burned them down and shit. And then they made no segregation through the civil rights. But really, the way how black people were living was independent. You had banks and everything. So what was better now? Now we're relying on everybody else, and everybody else has their own shit. If you check it, I'm just saying.
But the thing is, Shawn, it goes a little deeper, man. They pushed black people into red zones in America, brother. You know what I mean?
Preach.
And you know what I mean? So as much as they wanted to get whatever and all of that, they wouldn't allow them to. You know what I mean?
But check this though. Segregation, even though it's the bad word, black people were living more independent in America before this whole integration. They were forced to have your own banks, your own restaurant, your own theater.
Yeah, but they had to because they pushed them into these areas.
Guess what? But in a way, besides what we're saying, pushing is a better, because now you don't have your own theater, you don't have your own banks. You get what I mean? You have to go for the government banks.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to what you asked about Joe Biden being now with the segregation thing. Now, I'm gonna make a few points. During his election time, he told black folks, "You're not black if you don't vote for me." Second, he wrote the 1993 crime bill law that got over 800,000 black men locked up.
Like Clinton, like the Clinton administration.
Right. But that's who wrote it for the Clintons. And last thing, he was against segregation. No, he was against his kids he was against black kids getting on the bus and going to school. He said he didn't want his kids going to school with other black kids because it was going to be living like in the jungle. And these black folks ran out and voted for this man.
For him. See that shit?
Hey, man.
So that goes back to the question: why do we let a devil? Because he gives us nothing. They let us.
Man, that's down to earth, straight up. But that's real. Man. I ain't scared to say that.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna be lying.
Hey, look! Shout out to Trump, man.
You can't. Shout out to Trump. And you know the funny thing?
Hey, let's talk about that, please.
My brother
Donald Trump. I call him Donald Trump.
Check this out. It's controversial. Man. It's gonna be controversial, but I'll admit I liked Trump.
Donald Trump
from the beginning.
Hey,
but then
he hate us for talking about Trump.
Listen, I liked Trump from the beginning because at least he was, even if he said the things he said, he was straight up when he said it. He's not hiding. I rather know what's on your mind than you hide like Clinton's and Biden, and after then you fool the people. Now, guess what?
Pretty much saying no hidden agendas.
He's not hiding like Biden. He has it on him. He's not hiding like Clinton. If he wants, he could bring up those same shit. What we just said, he could bring that up to crush them, right? If they say Trump's racist, okay, what is he doing? It's the reverse psychology. Psychology. He's a bigot because remember what I told you? What a real racist is? Someone who doesn't. Someone who's rich, but he's doing it in a twist because he's friends with Don King and he's friends with all these other black people. So it's not a race thing; it's a financial shit. What's going on?
It's business. It's business. It's business. It's business.
It's all business.
But they don't see that though.
They called. Hold on. Let me get this understood. So they called Donald Trump racist in the 1960s. Bro, Joe Biden said he didn't want his kids going to school with other black kids because it was gonna be like a jungle. They forgot. The black folks forget about that.
Yeah, but they're gonna use Trump as the the sacrificial lamb. Yeah. You see how they could take all the energy to this one man? You see, it's like a civil war. What's going on? Because you see how the Republicans broke off from the Tea Party. This whole Tea Party thing, is a civil war within themselves because they can't really like they could agree, but they can't agree because they have this individual, Trump. He's not supposed to be there, but he is there. You get what I mean? He is there some way, somehow. That's why you have this controversy with Russia. They can't believe how he got in, so they got to say Russia got him in. You get what I mean?
Listen here, man, Shawn. Not somehow, some way, man. 98. Yeah. Listen here. I said this on a pod. 98. Trump put a statement, okay, on the news. It was in black and white, all right. And he was a Democrat, and he said,
Democrat.
He said this: in order for me to be president, I gotta be a Republican. Okay, and the American people believe anything on what's on TV. He said that's what he said, straight. All right, and guess what? He made it the presidency. Before he made it the presidency, he did The Apprentice, right? Yeah. Being popular, besides being popular, being rich, being popular on television. He had to go on television, look in empowerment on television with celebrities and all of that, right? To build up his character. Right?
Build up a fan base.
And a fan base. Popularity. Because everybody knows Trump. Right?
It's easy for him to do his campaign.
Even the rappers, though.
Even the rappers. Yes. There you go. The rappers knew. They were putting in the rhymes. This guy was even on WWE. All different things before being president. In front of the camera. In different platforms.
I'm going to say this.
So what changed?
No, they told him what to do.
He had to do all of this to become president.
No, but what happened, what changed, they're trying to tell him what to do. When he tried to tell a guy who's rebellious what to do, he starts doing some things out of the box.
No, but that's what I'm trying to get at. Once he got it now, right? Remember, he's a businessman. He was always used to giving the politicians the bag. You get what I mean? So he's like saying, yo, I need to be the man now. You know what I mean? I'm tired of giving the bag.
But he couldn't. They were fighting with him the whole time. They're fighting with him.
But what comes with presidency, it comes with politics. Okay, it comes with it, bro. It comes with it.
Yeah, because when Obama was the president, there was a fight too. So they're fighting with him. It's a civil war. What I'm trying to say. It's the own people and the Democrats, whoever. To me, they're all the same. But
they're
it's his own.
In the same bed.
What it is, Donald Trump is not a real politician. He's a businessman.
It's like here, the liberals and the conservatives, they're all sleeping in the same bed. They all have red and white. No, red and blue. Same.
I'm gonna put it this way before we change from this convo. He was meant to be. You know, like when you're supposed to be that crown prince. From a long time, they looked on this guy as a money man from the 70s. One day, this guy must be the president. It was meant no matter what. Even if we hook or crook, we don't like him. He has a whatever attitude. It was meant in 20 years, you're going to be the president because he built up New York. Look what he done. Look up his documentary that New York was in shambles. And he took his daddy's money and built up Manhattan.
And he employed a lot of people with that airline.
Yeah. Right. Hey, listen. Hey, look. The Simpsons been running them shit though. You know, Simpsons be predicting a lot of shit.
Because the script writers know it. No, this is controversial. It's a script. Trump was meant to be the president. I told my pops this. Over 20 or something years in the making. He was meant to be the president sometime soon in the future.
He had to be the president.
A businessman. They had to get this guy who was in industry. Finally.
Bottom line is he had money. So once you got money, you could make it.
George Bush. Look at George Bush.
Got money.
You know what I mean? He was an oil guy. An alcoholic. He was an alcoholic, oil guy, cowboy, what's called jet fighter or whatever they call it. But he was a rich boy. His father was a president of what? And CIA. He was the head of the CIA. I dig into these guys, you know. Look on them like I don't just talk about them. I dig into these guys.
He's one of my favorite clowns, brother.
But he was meant to be. But Bush was meant to be. He's the same thing like Trump. I'm just showing the pattern. His father was the president.
Of course, Bush was meant to be. His pops was president, and then he said, "Yo, buddy, you make sure you get that son of a bitch." You know what I'm saying? And you know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? You know who I'm talking about. And that's Saddam Hussein. He said, look, I couldn't get that fucker. So, you make sure you get presidency. And if you can't get him in the first round, you get him. You're going to get him in the second round.
Really, though, it's like don't forget this. It's what people are saying, and they call it a conspiracy. It's a family business. It's oil.
You're damn straight it's a family
business.
He's
oil. Saddam Hussein is oil. and what's his name? Who they killed Osama's oil family. They're all in this oil business.
And Gaddafi, man, rest in peace, Gaddafi.
So they use the war. They use these it's a tribal war. They use this war to take, like, remember, look up Bush's family's oil from World War II or whatever.
Hey, bro, you know what's crazy though, bro? Listen, they would tell us so many lies about these leaders. They doing this to the country. They doing this, and y'all doing the same thing to black folks over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they said all this about Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi, and these guys was black men. That's not like they was black men, and they said they was doing so much harm to that country, and they doing the same thing.
Yeah, I know what I mean. Yeah, you're right. For years, you're right. It's true. You know what?
The same thing.
It is kind of hypocritical because they have the Ku Klux Klan exist in the government and the police and the politics for years, and terrorize, kill people, and do all types of shit, even down to into New York where they use organized crime, right? And then he's right. And then he crucifying Saddam Hussein, saying how he's deadly and all this other shit.
So why we didn't get help? Like
right.
America is helping other countries. Why no another country can't help us?
Yeah.
No one helped us.
That's true.
Ukraine got
no one helped us.
Ukraine got big.
No one helped us, yo.
Everybody got some billions. Everybody got. No, he's right. No. Look at what he's saying. That, bro? No other country looked on America besides England with their controversy, but looked on America when they're doing their shit. That's wrong. Let's step in and like kind of give our voice. What's going on in America?
Nobody did nothing.
It was some gang things, man. See when they went into the UN. It's like, see what I'm saying? You say you're either with us or you're against us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the gangster business. You know what I mean?
Gangster. It's a gangster business.
That gangsterism. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
But besides that now, yo, let's go back to this, this podcasting thing. Like, what you guys want to see yourself like, doing? Like, we're connecting. This networking.
We want to see ourselves like we want to take CNN out of business.
Mm-hmm.
We want to take Fox out of business. We want to take all the fake news out of business, and because nobody can relate to nothing on CNN.
It's true.
Nobody can relate to nothing. All the news that's on the media and stuff, we don't want to see that no more because it's subliminal suggestion and it's feeding bullshit in our minds and distracting us from what's really what's really going on.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it's a whole space out here.
That's why they want to clutch on.
We got aliens and shit.
That's why they want to. That's why they want to clutch on things like over here recently. The Bill
C-11. Bill C-11. That's some. Put it this way. What I learned when I seen that come up, and before that, being on, we can make a documentary. Being on doing our podcast first on Instagram, I seen them take away our freedoms of the so-called freedom of speech. They're really doing it so much that people have to create new sites to express themselves. People had to create websites and page like things to express themselves, like Burner for weed, for example. He had to create a weed social site because how they're so prejudiced online against weed. And then on top of it now, people have to create things like Rumble, a new type of YouTube, because YouTube is getting so sensitive because you can't talk about real, like they don't want you to talk about real issues. I don't know. I'm smart enough and intelligent, know how to do it because I studied the whole game, right? But people who don't know better, this whole freedom of speech doesn't exist to me. It's like they're trying to, it doesn't exist. I'm not even going to say there is no freedom of speech. You got to pay for this shit. You got to pay for this shit. But guess what? We are paying for this shit. Free. You know how we pay for this shit? How we're networking. It's a unit. They can't stop that shit. So when they see that you're actually working, they don't stop that shit. They want to see that you're serious. There's some people who could just come on any platform and blah, blah, blah. But when they see that you put in work, they can't stop it. That's why they made a new site called Rumble. I told my brother about it. It's like no filter. Right? That's like Patreon. Why did they make Patreon? Same thing. You get what I mean? Like
podcast. Listen, we're gonna put our podcast on OnlyFans.
People are going those.
And
people are going those type of routes. No, but people.
But you can put that stuff on OnlyFans though.
But people are going those type of routes. Just say you're talking about sex, right? You might think that you could talk anywhere, but maybe on OnlyFans, it will be allowed. So you could draw a crowd to that. Same thing with anything else. There's, for example, political sites, right, where people talk more politics. There's all types of shit. The point is, commercial media is very discriminatory, and there's no freedom of speech like what we think it is, what we think is out there. You know what I mean? Because if I say certain words, I could say nigger, right? Right now I say nigger. It's all right. It's freedom of speech. You hear other people say of other races, it's all right. So-called freedom of speech. But if I say the F word to a certain group, or cancel. So what's that? Is that fair? So I could say the N word all over, and then a white person or anyone could say the N word. But soon as I say the F word, and this is for anybody who's under the F word, because it's the alphabet shit, what I'm saying. Respect to anybody who's like whatever they want to do. But I'm just saying, it is hypocritical that you could say the N word, but you can't say the F word. So there is no freedom.
That's why they're trying to get rid of Trump, because he's not with the rainbow things.
Yeah, so now, yeah, exactly. You can't mess. It's sorry, respect to
so we can be called niggas and coons, but you can't say.
You can't say that word. Imagine, look, psychological. We know I can't say that shit.
You can say nigga though.
Yeah,
it's respected to be called a nigga.
Yeah,
but you can't call it like you see it though.
No. That's a big problem. See, I've said this a couple times. I mentioned it. It's controversial. Like I said, respect to the people who, whatever do you want to do, but you should look on that too. Even if you're a black person like us, that you can't say everybody saying the N word, but that F word, that's a double for you.
Yeah, we need to bring that to the table when we get the federation together. Because that got to be discussed. I'm telling you, bro, that got to be discussed. Like,
yeah, that's why Dave Chappelle. That's why they're down on Dave Chappelle, because
the alphabet get that. We need to get ours too.
Yeah, that's why Dave Chappelle was going. They're hitting him with that shit. That's why
Dave Chappelle wasn't going for that shit. That shit was a dub. Nah, trying to make me sign on them dotted lines. We ain't even gonna do all that.
Yeah, man, it's that shit heavy podcast and down to earth, man. Trust me.
Snapping. Hey, listen, he was snapping on the A. Them Dave Chappelle shows be crazy.
I know. They try to cancel him. For sure.
It's just too real.
Shout out to Cat Williams. Too.
They're just too real, man, and they're just not ready for realness, you know.
We need to get a podcast. We need to get to Brazil. We need to get a podcast on that's in Brazil.
Yeah.
Well, yo, it's gonna probably reach there. Trust me. The analytics could reach anywhere, man. Anywhere. But what it's called again? Yeah, man. We just gotta keep networking. This is the definition of networking, brother. I call this episode brotherhood. That's an episode of brotherhood.
I love it.
We don't have a lot of brotherhood out here nowadays. We don't show the people that we just don't fight each other and kill each other. We really could sit down and think how to take our land and take over the world. You know what I mean? We just don't.
Because we got a lot of land out here too.
We just not out here shooting people in. We not rappers. Put it like that.
Put it this way. For people to understand people like us, both brothers, right? They have to understand where like our culture comes from. Coming from struggle, and people discriminating.
Well, you know,
and a whole bunch of things. So I'm just want to put this out there. What people don't realize, right? Because this freedom of speech, the so-called freedom of speech shit. When black men express themselves, people have to understand, and they hear it in the music in a negative way, but we're putting it in a positive way. We're speaking a voice, right? That we're telling you what has been done to us.
I hear
and
you.
Our expression, you cannot question it because of all the friggin' shit what has gone on, and I'm putting people on trial. I'm putting the universe on trial.
Let me put the devil's advocate right here now. Check this out. they won't know until they're in a black man's skin. You get what
That's what I'm saying. It don't matter. I don't care if they don't.
They can say anything they want, whatever. I feel bad for you and all of them things. So until they put this on the black man's skin to really see how it is, because that lady all the time, I don't know what her name is, but she's always online and says, if we how black people are treated, you know, and all the white people, would you stand up if
see that
though? Be treated like the black people.
But then there's some coons, but I'm gonna say then there's some coons gonna say, oh, I'm all good. What that brother saying? I'm all good.
The goddamn coons.
There's those ones.
Those the ones that
right? Hold up a second. Wait there. When they were hanging us and all of that, right? No white people are coming up to our defense and say, why are they doing that?
You know where they're gonna come? Right? I'm gonna act like the guy who you say I was in hang. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I was in hang.
Our ancestors were.
They're gonna say, which ancestors? I'm not.
What do you mean what
ancestors? People like that. There's some ones like that.
And that's somebody who's not educated.
That's what I mean.
And they are blind to the fact, and I
those are Uncle Toms of the world.
Yeah, damn right. You can say that again.
Stop coon. Listen to all the people that's out here cooning. Stop. All right,
exactly,
bastards do not love you.
Exactly.
Stop the cooning.
That's right.
Oh my God.
It's true.
For real.
Yeah.
There's coons out here, bro.
Yeah. And a lot of Uncle Toms too.
That's why it's dangerous. Like I'll tell you, like atmosphere down here, like, right? Respect to anybody who want to be with anybody, but the OJ Simpsons will kill you over disrespecting what
say that again?
The OJ Simpsons will kill you for disrespecting who they with.
Oh, the hopping bob. Listen, I ain't not like Boston, New York City. I'll come down there and smack the black off you. Remember on Life? Hopping Bob on Life? Hopping Bob, yeah. Shout out to the hopping bobs of the world, man. Y'all got to go first. When it's time for war, the OJ and the hopping bobs and y'all got to go.
So
y'all got to go.
Yo, where's it? Okay, like your next episode. What's your next episode coming up? What are you guys planning?
Actually, we just did an episode.
Yeah, we just did one. That joke gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's working.
Hey, listen, Netflix and Chill edition is about to come out in a couple hours after we get done.
Yeah, we're gonna take it back and put some stank on it.
Yeah, we gonna really. That shit's gonna be crazy, though. Y'all gotta tap in.
Respect, man. Respect, guys, for coming through, man. It was a great down to earth conversation, man. Both brothers just connecting.
Man.
Listen, man. I want to get some of that merch that you got, man. I know y'all guys got some merch, man.
D2E.
We need
some of that merch, man. We need some of that merch, man.
Yeah, man. Of course.
That merch, man.
Of course, man. We'll send some D2E merch, man. Trust me, for sure.
Man. Hey, man.
Perfect,
man. Listen, man. Shout out to the whole six, man. We in the building. Hey, listen.
Yeah, man.
Podcast, man.
Shout out back to y'all, man. That shit heavy podcast. You know what I mean?
Heavy down to earth podcast.
Everybody subscribe to them, man. We're gonna have to
do this often.
Oh,
man. More times, yeah. You know what we're gonna do? Because it's the 50th anniversary of hip hop. We're gonna come on a couple shows. You guys guest host, vice versa, and have some other guests on, and we're gonna question them, make them answer some questions.
Oh yeah, man.
We know the culture.
We just get into it.
Get into it. We're gonna mix it up because we can put a whole bunch of people on here. So we'll be the host. Down to Earth and That Shit Heavy Podcast. We'll be the host. Do a collaboration and have some people on.
That's what we're doing. We're gonna put that together.
We're gonna put that together. Definitely put it together, man.
We could put at least 9 people up on here.
Oh, like 9? Oh,
we gotta put that together.
Yeah.
I'm about to get the Glow Gang up here.
Yeah. Shout out to Glow Gang too. Yeah, we gonna
get the Glow Gang to get my ladies up here.
Hey, I think you need I don't know. Did y'all you know the Glow Gang? Y'all follow them on IG?
I might have because we follow. There's nothing.
Yeah, they're on YouTube too.
Oh, they on YouTube too, man. They got some nice ass episodes.
Yeah, man, they
send
dope.
the link,
Hey,
man.
send them a link. Be like, hey, look, hey, that shit heavy podcast, down to earth podcast, Blow Gang. Hey, look, let's get them out their comfort zone, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Do it.
Federation.
Let's get them out their comfort zone, man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, tell me.
As always, before we go, I always have to say this. It's always been a pleasure. And always, I have to say this before we go in the outro. This is the Rastafari Rice Hammer. I never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message. Nation, what? Pop, pop, pop.
And this is Shawn Myrie of the Down to Earth Podcast. It's That Shit Heavy Podcast from VA to Philly, to the 6, the universe, doing their thing. People subscribe, follow them. These brothers, we're going to be connecting more, working, because that's real networking. That's what we need for the culture. That's what we need.
Unity.
We coming.
Hey, we coming. And we coming. And we going to
shout out to the Federation.
No. Salute.